Hello everyone, BZV Cakes, welcome back to my channel. So this is a video on how to stack a 3-tier cake. I promised to drop the video here, so just watch and see how I did it. So stacking a cake is generally the same, whether it's a 2-tier, 3-tier, 4-tier, 5-tier, and all of that. So once you have your tools ready, your dowel rod, your PVC pipe, your plastic pipes, your scissors, your serrated knife and cutter, dowel rod cutter, you are good to go. So these cakes, I decorated them I think in December, and the weather was pretty cold at that time, the Harmattan rather. If you're in West Africa, you understand what I mean by Harmattan. So the fondant dried off immediately after covering, so I had to poke holes in it so that when I want to stack, they will not tear the fondant, there will not be cracks on it rather. Right, so when you want to stack a cake, for this one I used PVC pipe because it's more economical for me here. So you can use dowel rods, you can use other plastic pipes, right? So for me, I just cut the PVC pipe and I create a hole on the cake and then insert it just like that. But you want to ensure that the next tier that is coming on the cake is the same size with your stacking board. Stacking board is this flat board I have on this other cake. I will show you what it is. You will see it in the video. So for every tier that is coming on a tier, you have to ensure that the stacking board is the same size, or at least an inch difference between that tier and the stacking board, right? So what I do is that for 6 inches, if I want to put a 6 inches cake on a 9-inch cake, the stacking board will be 5.5 inch, which is going to come under the 6 inch. Do you understand? Please, if you don't understand, you can always ask me in the comments. I always reply comments. So for each tier that is coming on another tier, ensure that the stacking board is the same with that particular tier that you are putting on top, is the same, or at least 5 centimeter difference. So if it's a 6 inch cake, your stacking board should be 5.5 inch, right? Just like that. That is the, if you are stacking, even if it's 20 cakes, that is the principle. That is always the principle. For example, now this 9-inch cake that I'm putting this doweling pipe in, the piping rod in, is 9-inch. The stacking board that is going to be under this cake is going to be 8.5 inch, right? And it's going to be under this cake or on top of the tier that is coming on. I don't even know if you understand. I don't know how best to explain this, but you can always ask me. So this is a stacking board. Yeah, they are very flat. They're very flat boards. So to stack your cake properly, after putting your dowel rods, you use your royal icing and put it on it while you put the cake, the stacking board, then put the cake on top, right? That is just the principle. So the principle is ensure that your stacking board is okay. This is stacking board for this 9-inch cake. This cake is 12 inch. This one that that is in front of the camera now, it is 12 inch. It is 12 inch, size 12 inch. So you see, this stacking board that will be coming on this 12 inch is the same size, or just a few inches difference between it and the next tier. So the second tier, it is 9 inch. The stacking board is 8.5 inch. Do you understand? So that it will not be sticking out of the cake. That is why I don't make it exactly the same. That is basically the principles of stacking your cake. Whether you're using PVC pipe, just put your pipe, cut it the same size. What you do is that don't assume that your cake is level, so you use one pipe to cut all the pipes. No, use the same size to cut all the pipes. No, always insert your pipe, use your serrated knife, mark it, cut it, and insert it in that particular place where you remove it, where you marked and remove it from. You understand? So see this one, I noticed that one was a little bit too inside. I had to remove this one. You see this one, that one is exactly the same size, and I put this one here. So that is just the principle. So you don't assume that your cakes are level. You use one particular dowel rod or PVC pipe to cut all the sizes of the PVC pipe and then start inserting. I tell you, some will be shorter than some. So what you do, inside that particular PVC pipe or dowel rod, cut it and insert it back into that particular place, and do the same process for all of it. So this is stacking board. So like I said earlier, the stacking board is the same size with the next tier, or at least a few inches different between it. So another thing you have to take note of, if you are stacking your cake at home and you are traveling with it, ensure that you have a center dowel that will connect all the tiers together. But I did not do that in this video because I am transporting the cakes individually to the venue. This cake went from Asaba to Ughelli. It's about 2 hours or 3 hours drive from Asaba. So that is why I did not connect the piping up, because I'm going to be carrying them one after the other. So if you notice, I just showed you that stacking board because there's already a stacking board under this 9-inch. Do you understand? So I just use that as a guide to mark the exact place where it will be on the cake. So there's already a stacking board under this 9-inch. That's why you did not see me put that in. So that is basically how to stack your cake. The principles are very easy. Don't make the mistake of trying to cut all your pipes, assuming they are all same, or using one particular spot to cut all the pipes or all the dowel rod, assuming that is the same. No, please. When you insert, you insert back into that particular place. You go to the next one just like that, and ensure that if you're using piping PVC pipe, ensure that you poke the holes in the cake when the cake is still wet. If you don't do it when the cake is still wet, like immediately after covering, you are going to have challenge, because the PVC pipe will crack your cakes, and that will result you in covering the cake again. So that is why you notice in this video I already poked the cakes before I started, immediately after covering the cake. Then later after covering the cake, that was when I did this video. That's why you saw the holes on the cakes already. So that is basically the principles of, you can see that the cakes are already dry, so handling it wasn't a challenge at all. So that even if you're stacking a 10 tier cake, the principles are the same. The stacking board will be the same with the next tier that's coming on it, just like that. That's how you will go on and on. I think on the next tutorial, I will show the video. On my next video rather, I will show you how I how I decorated this cake rather. There's already a video on how I coated it. There's a video on how I trim my cakes. There's a video on my fondant recipe on the channel. Just watch, just search for them and watch them. So this was at the venue. I traveled about 2 hours or 3 hours or thereabouts to this location. So I transported the cake, like I said, individually. So when I got to the hall, I didn't see a need for the central door that will connect everything, because I know I will stay and unstack the cake, give it to the celebrant or the client before leaving. So there was no need. So when I got to the hall, I just arranged everything like this back and inserted my flowers and my first balls and all the decorations on the cake, and we are good to go. So you can always ask questions in the comments. I always respond to comments almost immediately, except I'm not online. Right? Always ask questions and let me know the kind of video you want me to drop next time, and then I will drop it for you. So the cakes were already too hard here. It was a hassle trying to poke them and put these false balls in them. So these false balls are not edible. They are just decorations, and the flowers are not they are not sugar flowers. They are just artificial flowers that I used here. So, what do you think? Is it beautiful? Do you like it? Did you learn anything new? Please let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to comment and like, and please engage. Your engagement is really helpful. It inspires me to drop more videos, because most times I have a 9 to 5 job, right? Most times making videos are not really easy because I'm always in a hurry. Most times I always make these decorations at night, because I go to work during the day. I'm a home baker, by the way. So if you're a home baker here, you can let me know in the comments how you manage to make all your cakes. Just share with me so we can learn from one another, please. Thank you so much. So here I didn't go with a tripod stand. I just met a little girl in the hall who helped me do my recording with the video, so that's why you see that the camera is shaking. So this was a couple cutting their cake. The couple loved the cake. The bride loved it absolutely, because I got the job from the bride. She was all smiley. The couples were smiling. The MC was a nice guy. He was just making everybody laugh and smile in the hall. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you so much for always staying glued to me.
10 children, very beautiful 10. Your wife can take cut out now. What is 10? Okay, let's do 9 children. Very beautiful 9 children. 5 boys, 4 girls. 8, 7. Okay, how many will be 5? Will be 5? Okay, let's work at 5 because they will be 5. 5. They said the children that took at the parents cut down 5. The other one they pay 4. Hello, sir. 5. Oh, wow. Okay, 1. Okay, make it not be like say 4. Una not born. Una 10. Una not 5.